So I'm starting to make my wedding cake now, but I'm not going to film all of it because I need my hands and I don't have anyone to hold my camera and just yeah. But let's get baking. So for this particular sponge cake, I used a very simple recipe consisting of 6 eggs, 240 grams of white sugar, 100 grams of white flour, 120 grams of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 2 sticks of vanilla, and 80 grams of butter. You can switch out any of these ingredients for healthier options if that's what you're aiming for. I didn't particularly care in this situation, so I left it this way. So to make the sponge cakes, I just went ahead and beat the eggs, sugar, and vanilla extract till they were a fluffy consistency, folded in the flour, cornstarch, and baking powder, and at the end folded in the melted butter, after which I put it in an oven that was preheated to 180 degrees centigrade for approximately 40 minutes. Alright, so we've got our mixture of egg, sugar, and vanilla here now. We're gonna put in the flour and then we're gonna put in butter. Hello! So I'm getting married today. I got married 2 days ago in court, and today's the function. And we're doing it like a DIY style wedding. And it was supposed to be a garden wedding, but it's raining, so... Anyway, I'm about to make my own wedding cake. So let's get cracking. This is not going to be some fancy video, right? Because it's just not. I don't know how to do it. I don't have time. I just need to get it done. I made the biscuit yesterday from scratch, and then I made the cream today as well. Everything's from scratch. Nothing has any powder mixes or anything. So I did that yesterday, so I have a little more time now. So I'm going to assemble this, and I also made a mango ganache. So it's going to be vanilla biscuit with mango ganache, and then a light vanilla cream, and then fresh berries. So let's do it. So I'm going to spread the ganache very thinly over each part of the biscuit. I don't really like to bake at home because I have a degree, 3-year degree, and when you're used to having industrial machinery, it's just really not fun to use stuff at home, and it always feels like very ugh. Also, I need gloves. And here we have me running around scattered and confused. Watching this back, I realize it's not the most informative video, and I am very sorry. Anybody who does this professionally, respect to you. Oh, there's my mom. It is very hard to film and focus and get something done at the same time. I'm still gonna be uploading it because memory's sake, but this was the reality of my day. I was getting married in a few hours and I just needed to somehow do what I needed to do. I hope you enjoy it anyway. I'll put the ingredients in the description because clearly I didn't even mention what was in it, so I'm so sorry. So since we're going for a rustic look, I'm going to be leaving it like this on the side. I'm now going to put these 5 little guys in, just because I haven't got any gelatin or agar-agar or anything else in here. So I'm just going to be putting these in. I'm putting 5 in. Normally you could put 3 or less. And then I'm going to put a little plate here, a wooden thing, and then the next cake on top. I just got these from HomeSense. They're just wood. Just, you can get anything. You don't need to buy any fancy cake equipment. Just make sure it's not treated with anything that's poisonous. I will be putting flowers here, so you won't be able to see this. You could put cream here as well and cover it, but for some reason I don't want to do that. So I don't actually like buttercream, so I'm just using whipped cream for this. Now I'm just going to cover the whole thing and just make it a little rustic so you can sort of see through it a little. I always see these tutorials of these wedding cakes that people make not on their weddings, and for me that's just really not very realistic of how it is when you're doing it, because they have someone assisting them and they're cleaning up in the middle and whatnot, and I don't have any of that. I have another hour and a half or so to do this, and then I need to finish the cupcakes, and then I need to shower and get dressed. And I'll be covering this bit with foil to put it in the cake, because we don't want all that flower juice seeping into our cake. Alright, so this is how the flowers are looking so far. And now I have a bowl of just mixed berries that are also going to be going on. So I'm going to start with that now. See what I like, how I like it. I assembled a bunch of berries all over the top of the cake, and when I was done I realized I didn't quite like how that looked. So I ended up taking them all off again and putting flowers on the top and the berries on the bottom. I just somehow like the overall look of that better. You gotta try. Alright guys, this is the top, and there's flowers down, and then there's berries. My flower power wedding cake. The majority of the flowers were from our garden, which, like I mentioned before, is also where we celebrated our wedding. And this is a little garden hut that's hidden in a bunch of bushes, and that's where we assembled the cake and had the little muffins here. My mom made these little all you need is love signs, and we just had a whole bunch of flowers spread everywhere. And that's where we celebrated our wedding. This is how it looked in the end. There's me carrying it outside and me assembling everything. And there's my husband and I sitting inside And there's us cutting the cake. I never tried any of it, but they say it was good. Thanks for watching.